Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. The mind's ways, its being a friend, how helpful the mind becomes. At least in my life, I never found my mind to be wild or unruly. Every step it was helping me from my childhood days. It never demanded anything of this world. If I demanded anything of this world, I would have got lost in this world. This is all the sacrifice that my parents have done for my sake. And I could smoothly move on and on because it was a constant source of inspiration and a constant source of help and service, because we have to walk in spiritual life all alone, no companions, except Guru, who is internally there with us, whom we cannot perceive, whose presence we cannot feel as much as we feel externally within. To feel the presence of Guru also within is very difficult. So, almost you can say the journey is all alone, and external life with other people and in social life and all that are just passing events which contribute only karma to our existence and go away. Karmic load we have to bear. All others disappear. We come from somewhere, we meet and we part. All things that have come together have to part. That which is composed has to decompose. That which has taken birth has to die. So nobody belongs to anybody here. We cover ourselves, we feel ourselves responsible, and we have some part to play in others' life. It is not real. But God keeps that sense of doership and responsibility in us to take care of a few people who otherwise may find difficult. Of course, for God nothing is impossible. Yet, He keeps, Thakur says, a little before we heard him telling, God keeps love in the heart of parents to bring up the children, and He keeps daya, compassion in the heart of saint to bring up other people. So like that, God keeps that feelings, I have to look after that child, I have to look after these people, and it will continue. But really, nobody belongs to. The moment you sleep even 1 minute, you are totally unconnected with body, your own body. Body is lying somewhere, you are totally disconnected. You are in an entirely different dimension, unrelated to this world. This is most important experience we have to remember. Every moment almost, oh, I am dwelling in this body. How I separate the moment I sleep from this body, and finally I leave it and go away. So this part, separation, I am not this body, I don't belong to this world. Otherwise, how would I have disconnected from this world and this bodily existence? So this mind which we find most helpful to us, if like training a child, we train our mind lovingly. We must, like a spoiled child, mother takes so much extra care for him. For unspoiled child who is intelligent and capable, mother doesn't care much. Oh, he is capable of everything. And one who cannot take care of himself, that mother has to take care. So, the mind is like a spoiled child, which we have to give special attention to see that it walks on the right path. Yes, by tomorrow is 20th. We will have Anugnya Prarthana in the ashram. For the women wing, they are going to their own residence. From last 14 years, they have been here in the ashrama, in a separate quarters nearby. And now, on 23rd, they are shifting permanently, and tomorrow 20th there will be the Anugnya Prarthana, taking permission from the deity, morning 9:30. And 21st, day after, there will be varieties of worships in various places. Various places we will be doing different worships in Sharda Foundation, their place. And 21st, these will be done by brahmacharis and monastics, these worships. 5-6 places in the Sharda Foundation premises will happen. And in the evening 21st, we will have the Vedic Homa. The external priests come and do traditional, and we find the Rakshogna Homa and Vastu Homa on 21st evening, late in the evening, almost after the sunset they begin. And then 22nd morning there will be Gana Homa, Ganesha Homa. That is also done by the external Vedics. And 23rd, we will have the Shodshopchar Puja of Thakur Mother Swamiji and one Lagu Chandi Homa, and the women wing will start staying there from 23rd permanently. So these 4 days we will be extremely busy with all functions, ceremonies and worships and things like that, and also shifting their belongings, this, that. Every new ashrama has to be set up entirely independent, A to Z, from starting they have to do. So we all will be busy. So on 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, that is tomorrow onwards, 4 days, there won't be gospel class. We will be suspending 4 days, and again 24th we will resume as usual. So this is, I don't know what I should say. No regrets, yet feeling little uneasy to say that we are, but it is a holy occasion, and it needs. And those who are attending the classes, they also can pray and participate mentally, and also virtual also they might be showing. I don't have a clear idea. 23rd it will be broadcasted, I think. No? Streamlined. I think mostly it will be done. So 24th will resume after this today's class. Then Sri Ramakrishna will continue his wordings. then you put on. Or if a scholar studies Sanskrit, he will at once rattle of Sanskrit verses. If you are in bad company, then you will talk and think like your companions. On the other hand, when you are in the company of devotees, you will think and talk only of God. Whatever company you be, that company you will be in tune with that company. And it doesn't end with that company. Because the moment you are in bad company and engaged in bad talks, bad thinkings and bad feelings, you are linking to the universal consciousness. The mind is not individual mind. Mind is one cosmic mind, but we limit it to our level. How much I can take part in that mind, how much I can own as if. Now land, this space is akhanda, you cannot cut space. I brought one space from somewhere, you cannot say. Space cannot be transported, space cannot be cut. It is akhanda, cannot be cut. But we say pot space, room space. We limit it by the limiting adjunct. This is called upadhi. Pot is a upadhi, as if it is cutting the space into inner space and outer space. But space is passing in and through the pot. The body of the pot is passing, like light passing through glass. The space passes through every object. It is all pervading and it cannot be intersected. It cannot be seamed away. It cannot be cut. Space. Like that, mind is also akhanda. There is one mind, universal mind. Like we put space, fencing and say, this is my space. We put fencing for the mind also, this is my mind. And if you remove the limitation you have put on the mind, this portion is my mind. If you remove, you can enter anybody's mind. You can know what he is thinking and he is thinking. But we don't do it. Even if we have capacity, we don't know. We don't know what can they think. Something, if they think of the God, at least something is beneficial. They will think of something world which has no meaning for others. Whatever we think to be most serious things, it has no reference or anything. It has no value at all for others. If anybody sees my talk, what I am thinking in mind, it has no reference for others. It is meaningless. So like that, but in case a guru or a realized soul or a advanced sadhaka, he wants to help others and know the mental conditions, we have to take the permission of the Divine Mother. And she removes that screen covering the mind in case it is necessary. Otherwise there won't be interference at all. Time is precious in everybody's life. In sadhaka's life it is most precious, every moment. The realization we can miss by wasting a single minute. So we don't do. So the mind is not. So when bad thought comes, you are linking to or you are logging to a universal bad mind. Bad thoughts flow from that to you and you to those people. It will go on enhancing your capacity to think bad. How it interacts, you see. Similarly, if you start thinking good and doing good, it flows from unknown quarters, from all over. You will see it entering into you, and you are radiating, and it is entering into them. It is each other helping each other. The same principle is used in the Gayatri mantra. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Dhiyo yo naha prachodayat. Us. May him enlighten us. Not me. May God enlighten me. No. May he enlighten me. No. Oh. May he enlighten us. Because I think myself to be an individual. But when I go to my root, I see I am expanding to the universal level. There is one universal consciousness which is expressing through various bodies as individual consciousness. The sum total of all consciousness is Ishvara, the Lord of the universe. Individual consciousness is part of the universal consciousness. It is expressing. When you enter into sleep, deep sleep, you are separating from one by one body, causal, and there you see you are becoming universe, one with the universal consciousness. He also sleeps, he also goes to the universal consciousness. We all are one at the universal consciousness. No differences, absolutely no differences. I and you are one, same ocean of Satchidananda. And each is projecting out through a body and saying I and you. How it is, in a pond, there is lotus plant. Only one plant, one seed. One plant, and number of leaves has come. So many flowers have come into the pond. But root is one. Each lotus is looking at the other and saying, looking at each other. Because they cannot know below. They know, they can see each other, but they don't know their root is one. Same plant. We are two separate, appear to be. When we go to our spiritual existence, we are all one. There is no difference at all. Whenever we see, we are emerging out from one source. When we go back to and see, I may get up in that body also. I am getting up, actually. The universal consciousness is projecting through various bodies. One consciousness. So, when we see our root, we are one, and projecting out again to the... Actually, we don't know what happens when we sleep. We are disconnected from body, we know. We are connected to the body, we know, waking up. When we sleep, whether we are going to some other dimension, there may be another body of mine in some other loka, where when I sleep, I will be going, and that body was sleeping when I am awake in this body, and I go there and I project in that body and play there, which is unrelated with this, because I was sleeping and I was here in this body. Now when I sleep here, my body is sleeping, I may go, I don't know, into some other body, some other loka, and might be playing there, and again coming out and coming to this world. I am with these people. Some other devatas or rakshasas or some people we don't know where our body might be there. Suppose number of dimensions there are there. We might be traveling during those who sleep more. 8 hours, 10 hours. They might be going to so many places and having their own bodies. So we do not know. So mind is one and we separate. Soul is one and we appear to be different. We are not different. After realization, you see the same consciousness lying and expressing itself in and various through various. You see one divine pervading everything. This is what Sri Ramakrishna is telling. With the, what I wanted to tell is, we log. A thought comes, we are logging to the universal consciousness. And it starts flowing from each other, supporting each other, encouraging each other. It sustains for a longer time. If you get angry on someone, it doesn't immediately go away. 3 days, 4 days. Then a message will come in the mobile. They are left talking to each other because of angry. How it sustains for longer time. It is not because your own. People who are getting angry, their anger is interrelated. It becomes interrelated, helping each other. The mind is everything. A man has his wife on one side and his daughter on the other. He shows his affection to them in different ways, but the mind is one and the same. How you see? We have different relationship with different people. When we were going to school, the teachers, we used to be wondering. They would treat us just like a mother treats her own children, taking care of you, where he is gone, how he is playing. Now it is not there in this. Now the world may not see for many yugas again. Those days have gone forever. The relationship. And how we develop that relationship and how we respond to it. We respond to the call. Someone comes angrily, immediately it awakens anger in me. Somebody comes lovingly, it awakens love in me. I react in the same way the person acts upon me. Mind is everything. How it responds. So, approaching each other, we usually do Namaste, Namaste, or Ram, 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 Ram. So that we dwell in divine. Try to see divine everywhere. Dwell in divine. Bondage is of the mind and freedom is also of the mind. A man is free if he constantly thinks, I am a free soul, and how can I be bound? Whether I live in the world or in the forest, I am a child of God, the King of Kings. Who can bind me? If bitten by snake, a man may get rid of its venom by saying emphatically, there is no poison in me. In the same way, by repeating with grit and determination, I am not bound, I am free, one really becomes so. One really becomes free. This is an important phase of psychology. Whatever you hear or whatever you say repeatedly, it appears to become a true fact. An incident which has not happened in your life, you go on telling that it happened. After a few years, you'll see that your soul has accepted it as real. it slowly enters into, it becomes a part of awareness. Here this is an important part of the psychology, that whatever you think yourself to be, you are that. Not what you are going to think of it as it is. What I am thinking of me is what I am for me. Everybody's opinion may differ regarding me. What is my understanding of myself is the only thing that I understand to be, and I am that. I saw one young lady long back when I came here. I asked her to sing a bhajan. She said, no, I can't. I don't know. I have not sung any time. Then I asked school days also, we were not singing anything. Then what about school prayer? School prayer was there. That you sing. And the voice was so sweet and clear, singing, pronunciation, the way in which the treasure was there, that person never knew. And requested her a few times, next time when you come, you must prepare to come with one song, one bhajan. And she practiced and came. Today, she is teaching hundreds of people music. She is a music teacher. She lives in Karkal. And how you see, she never knew, she has finished her college days, she has got married, she has children, and she never knew what she is. She was thinking, I don't know singing. It was there within. So, we are divine is also happens in the same way. The one acceptance, I am that. When the next time that a person came prepared to sing a bhajan, when a few people heard and were so pleased, and that encouraged her hundreds of times. Oh, everybody is saying, everybody is happy. That means really I am good. Singer. How it awakens, you see. Nature, how it helps your evolution. Whatever small things, these are things which we have to mind. Ultimately, we have to know that I am divine. I am divine. I am not this body. Manobhutyankara chittanilaham. Shivoham, Shivoham. That slowly we have to go on telling, oh, I am not this. What are we doing in Achaman? Idam stula shariram, viradham sha, antarbhaishya tat sarvam, vyapya narayana stita, atma me shuddhyantam, jyotiraham, viraja vipapma bhoyas. I am the Jyoti Swarupa. I am light. How can darkness be there? Let this tamas, darkness, the tendency to do sin, and what I have acquired as sin, let it go away. The karmic load that I have acquired because of karma, and tendency to be the cause of karma, let both viraja, vipapma. Vipapma is, papa includes punya also, because it is cause of birth. Whenever papa is used, it includes punya. But whenever we use the term punya, it doesn't include papa. Punya bala, when we say papa bala also is included, no. But when you say papa, punya is always included. Because it's cause of rebirth. How it gets the meanings you see beautifully. So when Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja, Dharma includes adharma also there. Sarva Dharman Parityajya, give up all dharma means what remains is adharma. That is not the meaning. Dharma and adharma, you give up. All those things you give up. I have told all these things till now, forget it. Just be mine forever. Surrender to me unconditionally. I will take care of you in every respect. You are my child. So, this is the thing. That is, the mind can take any form, anything, and how to turn it in the best possible way is slowly to make myself understand I am divine, I am divine. Repeatedly go on impressing with your mind through various scriptural authorities. So many Upanishads are there, beautifully telling. Bhagavad Gita itself is sufficient. Begins with the Advaitic Tattva. You are Atman. You are not this body. Body lives for few days. Atman is eternal. Atman alone abides. So this is how we develop. So we will be meeting again on 24th. Till then, you be thinking, reading Gospel every day, even if the classes are not there. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.